here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
Here we go. Our first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. A battle in the Western Conference this year. Fellas checked in, and stepping out onto the floor now for his very first official NBA playing time. We're going to check out our first glimpse of professional basketball from Johnson.
Yeah, and whether he has friends and family in the crowd tonight or watching at home, I know a lot of people are proud of this young man. He's worked so hard to achieve this goal.
Yeah, and the future's bright for him, Greg. Not just tonight and not just this season, but for years to come.
Well, with Free Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor, and Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely.
And that bucket right there, folks, is the first official NBA basket from Johnson.
You know, there should be a lot more of those ahead. I mean, he's no flash in the pan, guys. I mean, he's going to be around this league a long time.
Certainly appears that way to me, too. I mean, he's got the confidence and ability of a player who's capable of being a fixture in this league for years.
Guys, James Harden, quite possibly the most devastating rim attacker in the league today, just refuses to slow down. Wayne Clark, he's going right at the basket.
Yeah, he's got it all, Kevin. I mean, he's so thick and strong and has deceptive moves and explosiveness. When he gets inside, he's scoring or you're fouling.
Harris outside. Back to Johnson. The pass to Harris. He kicks it to Laverne. Shot clock at 5. Here's Chandler. Hits the target from 18 feet.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
A shot by Harden. Wide open. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Move the ball.
From outside the arc. A shot by Johnson, no good. Rockets leading by 9. Now Beverly. He has 5. Harden with it. Back to Howard. No good from 11 feet. Johnson can't get it to go. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA game.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I could be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective. Checked in for Terrence Jones. Denver making a switch here. Houston's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. So on the floor for Denver. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Bill Barton is out there with Johnson.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Fareed setting the pick for Gallinari. Shot off the screen, and that one's good. Gallinari's got 6.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Johnson kicks to Barton. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
That's really too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive and focused on his finishes.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Beverly against Johnson. And Beverly kicks to Brewer. Now here's Monty Eunice. Defense right on him. Rebound by the Nuggets. Denver with a tough year last season. A lot of losses for them on the road as they would go, what, Clark, only 11-30 away from the Mile High City.
Yeah, and Kevin, they ended the season on a 5-game road losing streak as well. I mean, they had mostly given up at that point as they had tried to develop young players, and it just kind of blew up on them down the stretch.
A big problem for the Nuggets last year is that they just couldn't hit shots away from home. I mean, they finished in the bottom 5.
And so it's a close. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping for the Rockets. Capella's checked in, and Jones subbed in for Trevor Ariza. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Then there's Howard. Then there's Terrence Jones. And it's Capella in at the 4. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our James Harden.
That was the James Harden we've come to know and love. A player that brings...
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just...
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
A lovely night here in San Francisco. The San Francisco Bay Area, our venue, the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California, our scene. The Warriors have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend home court here at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. The Nuggets here looking to pick one up here on the road before returning to Denver. These guys facing good ball clubs and will continue to over the upcoming stretch. Making a change here. Johnson's checked in. On defense, Denver. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
The offense just struggled mightily in that game. They went stretches where points just became very difficult to come by.
And ironically, their play wasn't that bad. It was just their shot making that went AWOL.
So on the floor for Denver, Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Farid at the 4. Will Barton is out there with Johnson.
Really was a slow start for Gallinari last season. It took him a while to get back to speed after missing all of the 2013-14 season with that torn ACL.
Johnson outside.
Oh, sticking too much.
Here's Barton. 17 points for him last game against Utah. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And it's Gallinari missing. The Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Curry against Johnson. It's Curry with the drive. Iguodala wide open. And again, no good by Golden State.
That's now 4 misses on their first 5 attempts. Still trying to find the rhythm and flow here offensively.
Kept alive. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And it goes on Draymond Green. The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
And both free throws good for Johnson. The Roracle or Oracle Arena was rocking last season, and with good reason. The Warriors would finish a league best 39-2 at home last year.
And how about that 39-2 record put them 1 off of tying the best record ever in the NBA. That record, by the way, belongs to the Celtics with 40 wins back in 1986.
The 17-footer goes down.
Come on now, let's go.
Warriors trail by 4. Curry kicks to Green. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the Warriors, and they were actually unstoppable in every way last season. Average home margin of victory was 13-plus points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Here is Livingston. He's guarded by Johnson. Thompson left side. 5 on the clock. They now take the lead. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Okay, time now for an injury report. For an update on Stephen Curry's injury, let's go to Doris Burke.
Kevin, the Warriors' head athletic trainer gave me an update. He said the discomfort is coming from what looks like a bruised tailbone. That is going to make things very hard on them in what is still a very young season. Hopefully, as early as it is, he has time to recover and help this team down the road. Guys?
Okay, Doris, sounds like he won't be out for too long.
Well, hopefully that's the case, Kevin, and he'll be back before long.
The Warriors making a switch here. Spades is checked in. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Warriors, number 1.
They went through stretches when they just didn't miss from beyond the arc. I mean, that carried them right to the top of that list.
To stop the run, and it's Johnson penetrating, and that's 2 points on the layup. Johnson's got 6.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Dishes it to Barnes. Spates sets a screen. Barnes kicks to Spates. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Laverne, that's in there. Johnson with the assist. Laverne's got his first bucket of the night.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
There's a screen. Livingston kicks to Ezeli. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Johnson, the pass to Arthur. On the wing, Chandler. He's covered by Thompson. Johnson dishes to Arthur. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor. I was going to say, Greg, how big must some changes for Golden State? Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Thompson in for Sean Livingston. The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
Yeah, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Ezeli in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Out to Harris. Laverne passes to Chandler. Clock at 4. Here's Arthur. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feed. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
And, you know, for Denver, historically, they've enjoyed a lot of success for a long time. I mean, missing the playoffs consecutively might have been the wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
Nuggets have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Here's Chandler, and the go-ahead bucket, no good. Golden State's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Over to the left wing. Nobody near Barnes. No good from outside.
And listen, it's sometimes really hard for teams like the Nuggets to know when to rebuild. So while they weren't quite sure what they had coming into last season, by the end of it, they had a clear idea of what direction they needed to head into for the future.
Curry with a wide open look. Buries it from three-point range. Curry's got the lead up to 3 now for the Warriors.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Johnson kicks to Arthur. It's stolen by Green. Here's Curry, and Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Spates checked in for the Warriors.
Maurice Spates.
And so here's Denver. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Johnson for 3. The rebound by Ezeli. Ezeli's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Curry dishes to Barnes. We've got 13 seconds left now here in the second. Just 5 to shoot. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Johnson. No good on that last second attempt there. And we've reached half.
Thank you, Kevin.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams. Let's look here for the Warriors. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Draymond Green. Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Johnson in at point guard. Arthur out there with Laverne. Then it's Wilson Chandler. And it's Harris in at the 2. Livingston, no luck.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And all that hard work on the boards needs to continue because that potentially may swing the game.
Warriors shooting 43% from the field.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well. And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about it.
And the shot is good from Johnson. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug-of-war. Back and forth we go.
And, guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And the dunk by Barnes.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Ball. Sticking too much.
Johnson outside. Laverne down low. He's against Azili, and it's Laverne missing. And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
Livingston kicks to Spates. 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. Thompson misses.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Chandler's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nuggets. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Pass to Azili. The 11-footer lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Nuggets have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Johnson from outside. Thompson with the rebound. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Spates. No good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. Spates checked in for the Warriors. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Warriors.
Clark, this was a physical game.
Yeah, but the awareness they had offensively to penetrate really was the difference.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early, and you're going to be seeing them that often.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Curry. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here.
Kevin, I'm here with...
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan player, Stephen Curry. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him and down. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always.
What a life, eh, freak? 1 minute.
Tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap.
SoCal, Hollywood to the slums.